Well, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have agreed to a new code of ethics that will keep home appraisals more honest. Is it too little, too late? Joining us now from Dallas is Joe Milkus, an independent home appraiser at Milkus Realty Valuation. And Joe, this appraisal business, we've talked before. You've been on Fox Business Network talking about the pressure on appraisers to move prices up, and then pressure on appraisers to move prices down now that we're in these foreclosures. Where are we now on this pressure status?
Well, I think with this possible change that's been negotiated between Fannie Mae and the state of New York, most appraisers would welcome it. Hopefully it would influence how things are done throughout the country. I think most of us in the industry feel like it could be a change for the good and would certainly help the public, who depends on the appraisals to underwrite their loans and protect them from unscrupulous lenders.
Well, that's the thing about it, though, Joe. I was reading the release from again this agreement that the New York Attorney General Cuomo has with Fannie Mae, and it said, I read it as basically saying now everybody promises to be good kids in the future. So how good is that?
Well, it just depends on, as they say, the devil in the details, how it's set up, what organizations are involved. I happen to be a member of the Appraisal Institute, and the Appraisal Institute does support it and wants to encourage it to happen. You know, if it's enforced and if the lenders are willing to sign on to it, then possibly the rules of the game could be changed enough that there could be a substantive difference in how lending is done. If that comes about, then it might take some of the pressure off the appraisers and would encourage more integrity, would reward honesty, and to call the values as they are, rather than to be pressured by unscrupulous lenders.
Well, you sound rather positive, upbeat about it, and that's good. But the business of appraising single-family homes has always been. Is there any change in comparable prices of recent sales? And if so, how do you find out what a recent sale is? Because you've got all these different kinds of transactions going on now, from foreclosures to, you name it, banks working out modifications. How do you figure out comps?
Well, you know what, Tom? That's an excellent question. It's not easy. In fact, it's much more difficult when the market has died off or is going down. What we have to do is a lot of interviewing of participants in the market, talk to brokers, talk to people who are doing the deals, and try to find out what's behind the price. It's not enough just to accept the price as being reflective of market, but we have to try to find out, does it really reflect the current market, take into account how long the property was on the market, the extent of the marketing activity, rather than just accepting the price at face value.
All right, so you're checking these prices, you're talking to the brokers, you're trying to find out the story behind the deal. See any bottoming going on at all in here, Joe?
Not yet. I mean, I think in the Dallas market, it hasn't been hit as bad as Southern California. We didn't have the run-up to the extent they did. I think it's still going to be some time before that happens. You know, we keep hearing, especially on your newscast, about problems with the economy, and it's hard to tell whether we're already in a recession, whether we're going to be in a recession, what's the Fed going to do about interest rates. All these things, I think, are really going to affect what happens to the market. So I think it's still out for the rest of this year as to where we're going on it. And also, if loans are reworked and lenders forbear on foreclosing on properties, all that will certainly make a difference, too. I don't know we've had an instance like this except back in the 80s. That was 25 years ago, and it was a different situation then, where the banks were totally cratering and they couldn't really afford to do anything to help homeowners.
All right. Well, I appreciate the update, Joe, and let us know when it hits bottom. Appreciate it very much.
I sure will.
Joe Milkus in Dallas, Texas. Thanks.